stuff always breaks. I gotta figure out a better way to do this. Because it just doesn't work. Like, I'll change it, and then it'll not change back. And it takes like an extra 5 minutes every time. Ugh. Anyway. Sorry, chat, I'm running behind today. Alright, let's get to it. Got lots to talk about.
Like,
Greetings.
I think my sound doesn't... Oh, okay.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello?
silence reigns.
Yeah, what were you saying, Reigns?
I was talking about I'm surprised that since my windows are always open and I play D&D at such late hours, I've never gotten a complaint before.
Okay, I'm here
It's
for
from
it.
his fellow Germans who complain about Christmas ornaments.
You should just go to Strasbourg in France, like in the far west, because it's just at the border where they love Christmas enough, but also have like the unity of people, French people and Germans, just complaining about stuff.
But I don't like Christmas. Why would I go there?
You don't have to worry about the decoration.
Are you allowed to not like Christmas as a German? That doesn't seem right.
That's
No,
most
it-
Germans. They invented Christmas, and then everybody else liked it, and so they all became like Naruto haters. You know, like you liked Naruto until everybody else liked it.
Oh, I see.
That's what it is.
No, I'm definitely the odd one
you
out.
didn't like Christmas. I feel like that was all a plot.
No, many Germans love Christmas. They just hate it when people do something outside their private space that is their apartment.
Okay.
Anything they can
they hate
complain about,
Christmas.
they will come. No.
Essie, are
They
you
love-
okay?
they love
I could
Christmas.
feel how aghast you are from all the way over
Like
here.
taking psychic damage.
I took so much emotional damage, I had to stop eating my donut.
I knew it! Look what you've done, Reigns.
I had to stop eating my donut. God, look at this fucking guy over here.
Just shitting on Christmas.
Hey, that's not what I said.
That is exactly what you said.
That's what we heard.
Yeah. And then he started.
The VOD is up.
Then he started
I
cursing
Oh,
at
actually, there is no VOD. You'll have to catch the recap.
Yeah,
on,
that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
I've never said anything.
There is no VOD anymore.
Can't prove
so
it.
sad.
Can't prove it.
I need to start recruiting for a new 7th player. Our German
Oh my god.
mysteriously disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Mysteriously disappeared.
A new requirement: must like Christmas,
or holidays in general.
or
because,
just in general.
you know.
Also, no fries.
So no.
If you wear holiday socks, you get an instant yes vote from Essie.
It's true. And if the holiday socks match the holiday, you're in.
Are you?
I get a
wearing-
pass.
Are you wearing New Year's socks on this the New Year of our Lord?
I've never had holiday themed clothing.
Oh, I'll make
my
molasses
gosh.
cookies for you.
Essie's gonna send you some Christmas socks for Christmas, and you better wear them. She'll find out if you don't.
Hey, if you send them to me, I will wear them.
Send me Christmas cookies.
You'll wear the socks, but not let us get you a new chair.
No,
Also,
Or
my chair
vitamins.
is totally fine.
something I learned when Essie sent me those cookies. Did you know that if you put a piece of bread inside of a bag of cookies, it softens all of the cookies and makes the bread disappear?
It's terrible.
It's
I
crazy.
actually did know that.
You did? Wow, is it when you made
I
all those
did.
Christmas cookies?
I like my cookies.
Don't
hard
lie to
and
me. I don't even
crunchy.
have a kitchen. How do you expect me to
Oh
make
yeah, I
cookies?
forgot. You live in a you live in a room.
Just a single page.
Yeah.
He has a couch. We learned he has a
if you're-
couch today.
If you're looking off topic in the Discord, you can see my floor plan of my.
It's
All right.
not even just a couch. It's an L-shaped couch.
All
Like,
right,
if I
understood.
lay
Twitter is
down-
secretly rich. I
If I
suspect
lay
you know,
down-
Reigns.
You think he's
If I
secretly
lay down in
rich?
his apartment,
He absolutely
I can
only
touch
rich
his fridge.
people have
I can
L-shaped
touch
couches.
his couch.
Bro.
Also, he has a fridge in a
This-
room all by itself.
This is some fucking art right here. Let me tell you.
We should put that in fan art.
It should be.
You know what? I'm putting it.
Everybody
you know what?
look
I'm
at
putting
Put
it.
a
Rain's
dress on it
floor
as
plan.
well.
Look at Rain's floor plan. Anyway,
I'm
we should probably get started here. Anybody
Probably.
want to give the recap?
I said that I would give it a shot.
Okay, lay it on me.
I can't really do it in serious voice because I'm very sick.
That's fine.
So instead, we started last session back at our temple. I can't actually remember what we talked about back at the temple, but we started at the temple, and we decided to take on Sheen. I attempted to teleport the whole group, plus Caution, the very handsome bartender, who's a healer, a digital healer. Attempted to teleport us to where Sheen was. Failed twice. Did a lot of is it physical damage, bludgeoning damage? I think to everybody.
It's force damage when you fail the. Teleport.
Good. I did a lot of force damage to everybody but Essie because she's a beautiful ghost. And then I pulled it off with a 99 out of 100, and I landed us on the ridge, which is generally where we are now. And we spent the next 2 hours, I think, fighting Sheen. We won. Roxa had a really cool opportunity with Not Luca to do a Chaos Clash. She went for it. Unfortunately, the dice rolled against her, and Sheen won the Chaos Clash. And Not Luca got sucked into Sheen's lance. And then the rest of us had to scrape it together to actually then defeat Sheen the second time. Which, let's see here. Hang on, Reigns, I'm going to remember your character's name. Let's see here. Which Sano did with his javelins, which was beautiful poetry. And it shows that Sheen's unconscious, but I believe Sheen is officially defeated.
Correct.
And now we got to figure out Not Luca's soul in the lance, which I'm super stoked about because I have a character who does a lot of soul stuff. And we're in Ulswitz. There's 2 other angels who are here, Beatorn and Dold. We think we know where Beatorn is. It's in the observatory tower. We don't know where Dold is. And we also know from I don't remember his name, Caution's roguish buddies, that Ulswitz is pretty unfriendly to outsiders. So it could be an interesting social situation as we try to navigate through Ulswitz.
Very
and
good.
it's only been like not even a minute in game since we teleported here. So we have generally a week before we have to go back based off of what you were told the temple people.
Well done. Inspiration for
Clap.
you.
What did we talk about at the temple, you guys? Because we spent like an hour before we left.
We talked about
I think we-
Escamania a lot.
Some prepping.
Yeah.
And we had
Prepping.
not Lucas' RP moment with his human face.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that happened.
And I found out about the tar pits in the first place, and you looked at it, right? And that's how we got here.
That was a session before
No.
where we did all the scrying, I think.
Yeah, that was
I think we-
prior.
Oh yeah.
Then we
just
traded
actually,
potions, and we
tried to
did
decide
prep.
which ally we wanted to recruit on the actual journey, and then we basically just jumped right into it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Much,
It was
I
like
think.
30 minutes with Rinko's character. I think that's what it was. And then 30 minutes of other fucking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm ready. I'm
All right.
excited to do cool stuff.
Okay, so you guys are at the tar pits, and you guys get to do some exploration here. And I also have something else for you guys.
I'm gonna.
I
I'm
get
gonna
to
fly
sit
over
back, guys.
I'll fly over to Melee and minister a cure with Don't know if that'll work on you. Do it, Melee. Are you okay,
Hmm.
Melee?
Yeah.
Goodness.
I'm kind of hurt though. I'd really, but thanks.
Of course. If you need more, please let me know. I believe we are gathering. I see everyone but the doctor. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah. I think we lost him.
What? He'll try and help you up. I'm not sure how that looks.
She'll kind of focus her energy in her hands so that you can kind of lift up the space ooze that she's made of. Goo? I don't know what she is. Dust?
Yeah, kind of like dust that's sticking together, so it's kind of like glittering all over his hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Very good. As long as you're okay, yes? You can move okay on your own?
Well, I'm feeling just a mite cranky, but not as bad as other times, so yeah, better.
Very good. We'll see what I can do to collect Sheen. We'll speak with you soon, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Please. Do I see Sheen's index, or what exactly am I?
Well, then Sheen's crumpled and shattered hard light body as it's starting to blink out of existence. You do not see its index.
This is quite unusual. Mulu, maybe can you help me? Yes.
Yes. What is the problem?
It is strange. I do not see the index of Sheen anywhere. Perhaps it is somewhere. Oh, I hope not stuck in the tar.
That would be a bad place for it to be. But I will look. I will search around.
Very good. Spread my good boy angel wings out. Phew. Zane, are you okay? Just lethargic as fuck.
You'll see Sano kind of like on like one knee. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I just have to collect myself.
Okay, we will search for the index. We will speak soon.
Yes.
Flap, 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 flap.
Searching around.
God. Is the tar like bubbling and moving around, or is it just like very stagnant?
It's hot tar. It's bubbling.
Nice. Perhaps Stira will have some sort of magic thing. Flap, 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 flap. Is everybody okay over here? Stira, Starmania, caution?
What was Sarah be doing? I think she just teleported everybody here. Because of Estromania, near suiciding in there.
Mm-hmm.
She'll flutter out Estromania's arm leaves. Really, Estromania, just be more careful.
She nods.
Well, she'll take stock of Caution, who's near death. Her potential new boyfriend.
Caution is pouring himself a drink, and then pouring
Good.
it on his wounds.
Shall we get over there? Take a look at the remains.
Well, that is the thing. I was looking at it, and it is no surprise, but there is no index to be found. The HUD light foam it is holding is barely there. I am concerned that the index may be deep within the tar, unless it is out of sight.
Perhaps you could sense it of ours. See if you can. She'll use her fingers as would they do air quotes in this way? I think so. Sense it like I would sense mana.
It has been some time, but yes, I believe I will do what I can. I'm gonna go over to the other tar pit, and I'm gonna just try a divine sense. I know it's not written in the way that I'm using it, but I'm gonna try it.
You could sense that there are digital presences all throughout the tar pit. Some of it beneath the surface.
Oh. Multiple digital presences.
Yes.
Oh. Flap, 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 flap.
Sierra's waiting for Caution to feel better to motorcycle her over to wherever. Oh, there he is, where Sheen's at. Well, do you sense anything?
I did. He felt many many sources beneath the turret. Many, not just multiple sources.
Strong sources? Did you get a signature?
I was not able to identify further, just that there are multiple sources. So, quite strange, yes.
If you want to wait for me, I understand, but I'd suggest checking that corpse pile.
If you wish, we may all go together. Yes.
I need to look at Sheen. There's a soul at risk. Okay. She'll actually dismount at this point. Thank you, Caution.
He'll smile.
Squiggle on over. So talk
Also
to me
dismount.
about. So if Sheen is like a, I don't really understand like how broken light would look. Could you describe it to me on how Sheen's corpse looks?
Think of shattered glass that's slowly melting away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Sheen's spear lies beside them, still emanating the same shadowy energy that it started to when it absorbed Luca. Or
Okay.
not Luca.
Give me some space, please, around the lance. She's not going to touch the lance, but she will approach it. And she's going to try to pull out Bright Eyes. Can I... Oh gosh, I can't remember the mechanics. Can I like commune with... Even though Caution's here as our ally, can I still talk to him, or...
Yeah.
Okay. But I can't... Oh, I can still summon him?
Yeah, the ally slot is for game mechanics, what can participate in combat with you.
Oh, okay. So in the social, okay, cool. Okay, she'd put her hand on her staff and try to draw out his soul so that he would join her in this material plane.
He will appear.
She'll give a look as he starts to get his physical presence. She'll just do a cursory initial look at this lance. All she could detect before was that confirmation that not Lucas' soul was in it. Does an 11 get me anything else?
Negative. Bright Eyes will inspect it. And then he will state, "Your companion's soul is deep within it, mistress. Its extraction will be difficult without damaging it. The container in which it has been placed is toxic inherently, burning and twisting. Pieces of the will of the creature are still yet within it, vengeful, hateful, hungry. Must move quickly if you are to save the soul's integrity."
She'll steeple her fingers. Can you remind? I know she could talk to Moto in her mind. Could she talk to Bright Eyes as well telepathically?
Yes.
Okay. She'll change to telepathy since she already asked for space. She's gonna ask him, "What are our options?" Top 3.
He will respond, "Sufficient magics to trap the soul could be possibly cast upon the object. The transference will be difficult and will require skilled hands in order to do so without damage to the soul. The idol may be destroyed, but its destruction must be complete and instantaneous. Freeing the soul of any of its physical confines, it may yet return to its body, presuming that the connection is strong enough. The third option is to place the lance within the body that yet still remains, but I don't see any of your companion."
Sarah will look around and she'll say out loud, addressing the group, "Find me not Luca's body."
The body? It is here somewhere? I
it's here.
will look.
If it's here, we must find it.
Does anyone remember exactly where he went down?
It's
believe it was
over
over here.
here somewhere.
Pretty sure it was here.
All right, when you get over here, Avaris, you will see that there is a white kimono on the ground. There is no corpse of not Luca. There is also a ragged teddy bear laying on the ground as well.
I'll grab both of them, the kimono and the bear, and I'll bring it over, and I'll just show Sierra. This is all they could find.
Place it on the ground. Not touching, but near the lance.
He'll do it gently and back up.
Okay. I'm sorry, Arcade. There was 2 options initially. I'm not doing the third one of putting the lance touching the things. What were the 2 different options? Taking the soul, putting it in a container,
One
or...
is to use magic to extract it
Okay.
from the lance. The second is to destroy the lance utterly in a single instant, in the hopes that the soul, once free from its physical container, will return to the body itself. And then the third was to use the lance as a vessel and attach it to the corpse of Luca.
Okay. Sierra's not doing the third one. She's not going to explain this out loud. She'll probably do it later. Because she thinks that pieces of Sheen will come with not Luca then. The second option. Okay, so her expanding question to Bright Eyes. How can I destroy this lance? Immediately. She'll snap her fingers. Completely.
You will need a attack of sufficient force.
Can you capture the soul once it's released?
Easily. Presumably with your traveler's soul, if the container is removed, the soul will simply return to its body.
I'm thinking about what Sierra would do. I should have asked you this in the last week, Roxa. Let me message you, Roxa, so you don't have to answer it live, so you have time to think about it. Okay. Alright, he was saying, significant magical force. Oh, okay. Do you think something like Melee's, what would she call it? Melee's star magic? Or a spell of mine would work?
Depends on the spell.
She'll pass her various skull books around so that Bright Eyes could see them. Which one would you suggest?
It does not seem that you possess the appropriate magics, save for summoning a greater demon, or devil. I myself can of course attempt to remove the soul, but doing so, I cannot guarantee its integrity to be maintained. Perhaps one of my stronger kin may yet possess the powers that we need, but you will have to bargain with them.
Sarah would look thoughtful. Thinking about what does she have to bargain with? And she's got, hang on, let me check my notes. I think she has, or he's got a couple souls that she could potentially pay with. Let me look, where did I put that? Oh, here we go. Let's see. One strong soul. Okay. Do you think they would accept payment in souls? Or would they have a preference for favors?
Depends on which one of my kin that you were to summon. But the retrieval of a traveler's soul is most valuable indeed. The price will be steep. But it is an opportunity we could attempt.
And do you think Meili's... she's quite catastrophic. One singular blast of star magic to destroy the lance.
Can our magic destroy objects?
It is force.
The spell's parameters must allow for the destruction of objects.
She'll speak up to Meili out loud. Meili, can your... she'll wave her hands around. Your star magic, can it destroy objects?
I don't think so. I think it's more devastating against critters and the like.
Sarah will frown and look down at at this lance. Chew her lip a little bit, looking quite humane and trying to consider weighing how to help versus the innate greed to just snatch the soul and use it herself.
Bright Eyes will say, so it is either that I extract the soul myself or one of my kin, or you find a source of damage, force perhaps, that can deal enough significant blast force to destroy the lance and free the soul within. Go ahead, Mula.
No, I was just confirming that it needed to be magic. We cannot simply bang the lance around until it breaks.
You could, as he will then speak with his actual mouth, but the problem is that it must be destroyed utterly and instantly, lest the soul cling to the pieces and shards, shattering the soul.
Sir will also add on out loud, there are pieces of Sheen inside that lance as well. We must, she'll snap her fingers as in a demonstration, we must shatter it instantaneously so that the doctor's soul is, well, removed as cleanly as possible. Not entangled.
I mean, y'all keep saying shatter. I do know how to shatter things. Once again, I think it's slightly more effective on critters, but it kind of works a little bit better if the critter's inorganic in nature. I don't know if it would work for just a weapon though.
If you focused it entirely on the weapon, do you think? Maybe.
I mean, I think I'd have to focus it on Sheen, and then if the lance were in the same area, it might take some of the damage, but well, I'm just not as strong at other spells as I am at like astral type magic.
Meili, I appreciate it, but we only have one shot.
I know. It's just something to consider. Something I know.
And she'll look at the rest of the group, because Sarah does have a pretty jaded opinion that they take advantage of the devil stuff that she does, while scorning her for it. And she'll spell out the consequence of the safest gamble is if I bargain with a stronger fiend. She'll stare at all of them.
And you have payment? Sufficient payment?
Of course not.
what do fiends want most?
Power.
Hmm.
We would either be trading in a favor or she feels safe saying it since the fiends here are in her service. A soul for a soul. It is likely the fiend will take stock of. She'll gesture towards the slowly disappearing fragments of Sheen. It is likely they would want the index. That would be my assumption. If I was in their place, that's what I would trade for a soul of such caliber. I would want a similar soul of such strength.
I'm afraid that would not be an option.
At that point, would we not have lost more than we gained?
It's true. We would come here for nothing.
It is more risky, but Bright Eyes and myself can attempt it ourselves.
Lulu will rub his chin. I hate to say, but I will put the reality on the table. Havaris and I have lost many that were unrecoverable. As much of a shame as it would be to lose, not Luca, it is an unfortunate circumstance of war, if war that we find ourselves in. But if you wish to try and push beyond the boundaries of whatever you expect, then I will back you on it.
If there is a chance, Mulu, we must take it, yes?
Agreed. I think so.
I have a
Beautiful.
question, Arcadum.
What's up?
Oh, I know Sheen doesn't really have scent, and dealing with his his feelings and emotions are a little different. But if not Luca, it's like he'd probably feel sorrow. So is there like some way I could like coax out Luca's sorrow and sort of separate Luca from Sheen's the remnants of that vengeance and conviction? Or is that not how that
Unfortunately,
works?
the vengeful presence of Sheen's emotion emanates far greater than Luca's wayward soul. It's like trying to find a light in a closed cabinet. There is so much hate and vengeance inside of the lance. You could try, though.
As to Romania, I think of something. I see the look in your eye. It is something I can do. It is not something I've done in a long time, but I could imbue positive energy within the weapon itself. Would this help differentiate? And he's referring to his channel divinity sacred weapon. As an action, I can imbue one weapon with positive energy.
Yep.
Do you think this would help you differentiate the feelings within?
It just might be enough.
What
But
do you think,
give
Ciro?
no guarantee. Although I would like to try.
She'll narrow her eyes in thought. Not in scorn, but in thought. Would it be lawful energy of ours? These two, she'll point down at where Sheen and not Luca are having a party. They are chaos.
I never considered it lawful. It has always just felt positive, if I were to describe it. Good feelings, yes? Warmth. Care.
It will change a parameter, but I do not know how. If you are worth risking damage to the soul, I do not mind.
If Esther believes, then I will believe as well.
This angel has such unfettered conviction, such potency that it nearly drowns out any of Sir Notch's feelings. Perhaps this good energy, positive energy, shall enable the balance that we require to set his soul free. I'm
Sarah has
willing to
a
make this attempt.
She has another question for Bright Eyes telepathically, where they're debating it out loud. Is there enough of Sheen's presence in there that you could also pull it out, harvest it?
It's hard to say.
I think you're muted, Arcadum.
Oh, sorry. I was. Bright Eyes will say in your mind, you want me to harvest it?
If it's possible, yes.
I think that the companion of yours, attuned with digital might, may be able to awash the hate. And if your other companion can coax out the sorrow within the soul, it would make our job easier. To be clear, mistress, you want to return the soul to its body, or did you want me to harvest it? Underline point bold.
I want you to harvest it.
As you
Can we
wish.
do it without the others knowing?
Unlikely.
Well, it looked like a failed attempt.
They are not fools. They are learned, especially that one. He will gesture behind him to Melee.
Ooh.
So the earlier statement, Arcadum, we can harvest the little bit of sheen that's in there and pull out, or attempt to pull out not Luca. And Seer's talking about harvesting both the pieces of sheen and not Luca. Do I have that right?
Negative. Sheen's soul cannot be harvested without the index.
Okay.
Because that's literally what the index is. So.
Okay.
To recover Luca's soul, that it might return to their body, the first option is you do it yourself.
No. What did he say that would make it easier?
What
they're planning on
what
doing.
Havaris suggested, like
Okay.
What they've been talking about.
Okay. Let me think. I think Sarah would want to make a bargain with the party first. I think that's what she'd want to do. Okay. She'll speak up after Estermania and Havaris have kind of settled on the path. It will improve our chances of being able to draw not Luca out, but she'll hold up a hand and she'll also look over her shoulder at Melee to kind of and gesture her towards the circle, so instead of lurking. I wish to address as a group she'll look for the right word. The risk not Luca has put us in time and time again. This is not the first or second time their actions have put us in such a situation. For all I know, we could try to draw his soul out and Owen is still in there. Is that a risk we want to keep beside us as we also risk our souls?
I do not know the magnification of this own, but if there is a chance, yes. And if we succeed, we can speak to them about this, yes?
I mean, he's not the only one who's put us in danger multiple times. Like, we all kind of have, in our own certain ways, endangered the rest of the team with surprising regularity.
Maylee,
But
I
also-
need to say this is the second time his soul has been consumed by an entity greater than him. The third, if we count when he transported it to speak with whoever that dragon was down below.
I know.
None of your souls, and she'll look around at each one of them pointedly, none of your souls have been in jeopardy because, well, you take great care not to jeopardize them. That is something I keep a close eye on. Not Luca, however. Well, here we are yet again.
So, what would you imply? That they deserve this? That they should not be helped?
The risk that we are opening ourselves up to by doing soul magic of ours, she looks at him pointedly, is steep. And if this is a risk that you wish to continue to do, it is something we should decide as a group. Because Not Luca has shown a propensity that this is something they will continue to do.
Have you spoken to Not Luca about this before? That it poses a threat to you? How do you feel about this?
I suppose you could say that we have, but the two of us do not tend to see eye to eye. We never have.
Not Luca is a difficult person to speak to. However, I have recently told them openly that they are my friend. Some have said that I make friends too easily. But I will not watch someone who I could do something about be swept up in the storm. This is obviously out of my hands. It is not something that I can personally do. And so I will hold no stake in this matter.
I suppose, Havars, to give you some historical context, when I first met Luca, before he was not Luca, his soul was, I won't put it lightly, was being consumed by a daemon. And it was with Luca's agreement. Then there is a different occasion while we were in, you know of the gods now, the realm of a god, and, well, not Luca. What would you say? Blasphemy, probably? Openly blasphemed in front of the god, and was, well, punished for it. There are quite a few occasions where not Luca actions put the rest of us at risk.
Well,
This
even-
being one of those.
Even back in Oasis, just before we came to fight Sheen, he was having an argument that I overheard, and, well, kind of sounded like Lucas changed enough to even be willing to use teammates as collateral, which is not ideal. And so that is something to consider, but he is still our friend, Sierra, and I at least rely heavily on his expertise. Not bringing him back might not affect all y'all quite as much, but it would be significantly detrimental to me.
His expertise with the ley lines, you mean?
Well, his expertise with restoring what I lose whenever I quicken.
No, but Melee. She'll gesture towards Caution, who's been sitting through all of this. There were always other options.
Just to be clear, your allied companion here, Caution, does not look happy with this whole conversation. He hasn't said anything, but he does not look happy about it.
Well, Caution was nice enough to come with us this one time, but we can't always ask that of him. What we take is a big risk. Luke has kind of already signed on for that.
Luca believes in the mission. That is an important thing to take into account.
Does he?
Reverso remember the words that not Lucas said to him, and the conversation we had, and he'll look to Sierra. You speak of the sins of the past, not Luca, and they may exist. I do not know the extent of your past, but I sense the troubled nature that you deal with, but alongside it, he'll look at the teddy bear. I think there is innocence as well inside. I believe if we speak to Naluka about this concern, I have faith that he will oblige, he will trust in our emotion.
Sierra will look down and she looks sad. She looks down at, the situation here. I cannot help but feel if he believed in our mission, why would he take this gamble?
Well, sometimes taking a gamble is all there is in a fight like this. You don't think losing the way he did would maybe kind of have him have a change of heart and think a little more on what risks to take and when?
There is no control over something like that. There is no way of predicting whether someone will change and learn from mistakes. I will say, all of us have taken chances when it comes to power, as we know that our enemies are many and far more powerful than this one.
Sira, would you suggest you would not make a gamble for power? Would you look at any of us in the eyes and say you would not?
Sierra actually ignores both of them. She still has to address Melee. Melee, he died in the dream, and Woad had him in prison for 12 months of his own time, and I saw what that did to Valist, what that did to my mentor, and I have seen the strongest wizard I know changed by that, and yet not Luca carried on like nothing happened. I don't think there is a propensity for change in this particular soul.
If I may, I'll provide my input. Although it may not be my place to say, I would like to shed some light on this matter. This person, Luca, from what you speak of him, from how you describe him, they seem like they live like stars. Self-destructive in nature, but yet they burn ever brightly, and You all know what you talk about. Perhaps as accepting his fate as it is, but he is your crewmate, is he not? You speak of him as a friend, as someone you would lament to leave behind. I think perhaps he is owed a direct confrontation with all of you together at least one more time.
Sir will look towards Sano.
Uh,
Sano, you and
I-
Meili have known him the longest.
that is
Your
correct.
voice has. What would you say? Your voice would carry grave weight in this risk we're about to undertake on behalf of Not Luca. Please, what are your thoughts?
Even though I am the last person to ask when it comes to anything magical, what I can say is he has pulled his weight more than once. If he wouldn't have been there in any of the fights that we had previous, that we encountered over our long journey, we would not be here. He has showed his alliance to this group and his importance, and has showed actual care. Without him, he was the only one proficient in healing for the longest time. He has showed his great effect on the party and has always pulled this weight. I do not understand how this can even be a discussion. If there is a way, or at least a sliver of hope, to get him back, I don't see any reality where we don't take that chance. Because even though he may seem chaotic, and I agree, it has been more chaotic frequently. I put my honor on the table. He would do the same if one of us would be in this situation. And he will like put his like katana down and actually like sit cross-legged.
Hmm. You make excellent points, Sano. I made me believe I was not clear. She'll look towards everyone again as a sweeping glance. The risk we are facing is twofold. One, this could be, I think I can best describe as a blowback, severely damaging to all of us, potentially causing the loss of our lives. And two, if we should fail, it could also severely damage, potentially even eliminate, extinguish Not Luca's soul. There are severe downsides. There is a chance that we pull this off perfectly. Nasheen's remnants are snapped clean, and Not Luca is removed whole and complete, just as he was. But those are the two risks that I apologize if I did not make that clear.
So basically, you're worried he might come out crazier than what he already is.
He could come out as a twisted form of Sheen, to be frank.
Well, I'm kind of big on second chances, and I'm also big on saving my friends. I'd still say we give it a shot. If it didn't work, if something happened, well, at least we tried. I'd want the same done for me.
Okay, she'll look at the rest. Understanding the risks, then, are we prepared for this?
Varus will nod and look to Astromania.
You will, say to him, oops. Whenever you are ready, so shall I.
Okay. She'll re-instruct Tavares, or excuse me, Bright Eyes telepathically. Don't harvest him. Let's try to return him whole.
The creature will nod.
Okay. She'll hold out her right hands towards the pile of stuff. Not that she's going to do much, but trying to help Bright Eyes. Ready when you two are.
Very well. Please, give us some space, everybody.
May your task be successful, and you will stand ready for action on the edge.
Weapons out.
Yep.
Kosh is just in the middle of the circle.
Caution on Pounder.
He's gonna do our. He'll be the interpretive dance.
No.
How's Caution's expression now?
Mm-hmm.
He's still kind of bewildered, and quite frankly, he did not take the whole conversation of whether or not to essentially abandon one of your comrades not very well at all. But he keeps to himself.
Very good then. Okay, it has been some time, but prepare yourself, Esther. When the ritual is complete, it will be your chance. Are you ready?
She nods and she sort of kneels down before the items, the weapon, the toy, and Mono. Waits for your part of the process first.
Alright. Tavares will get down and hover his hands over the lance. As he begins speaking this, it'll kind of glow the white light. He'll say, Sheen, the vengeful scorn. You are in the presence of the Seraph of Valdan. I feel your pain. You do not have to share it alone no longer. We are here to bring you back to which you once were, to which all would be. Hear my voice, Sheen. Calm yourself. You are not alone.
All right, go ahead and make me a with that. Let's go with religion check.
Yep.
All right, Estermania.
Yes.
As you reach out towards the sorrow, do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, she will sort of actually she'll be kneeling down and she'll be holding the teddy bear of Lucas, and she sort of imagines what it would be like if it were broken. A broken toy in a child's hands brings them much sorrow. She begins to weep as she says, "Your friends lament for you. Reach out for his sorrow."
All right, Estermania, go ahead and make for me a
Feelings check.
insight roll.
Ooh.
Bruh.
Ooh. Anybody got inspiration for that?
I do, but I'm not using it.
No, I don't have any.
I don't have any.
Should have taken recap, Rinko.
All right. Sorrow is called but unanswered. A whimsy dance within Lucas' soul while all burns around them. Varus' prayer has taken some hold, the positive digital energy contracting against the hate swirling around inside of the lance. Bright Eyes will reach forward and begin his dark work. I presume you're going to give him advantage.
Yes.
Oh, could I perhaps use lucky? That works on this, right? I have 2 rolls left.
Yeah.
Ability checks. Could I use
Yeah.
that, please?
Yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
Not better.
I'll keep that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Can you describe to me what Bright Eyes is doing? I'll decide if I use my inspiration.
He's basically extending his inner essence outwards towards it. Imagine like playing a claw machine, and is trying to grab at it and pull it free. Veasan's hatred crashes against Bright Eye's magic.
Sheen's
Huh?
hatred.
Or Sheen's hatred, excuse me. Crashes against Bright Eye's magic.
Is Bright Eyes at risk of being consumed himself?
You don't know.
And I don't know how many checks are after this, right? Like how long this ritual takes.
I can reveal no more information.
Okay. Let me think. With the 25, what did Estromania get from this?
You don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll let it stand.
So be it. Hatred crashes against Bright Eyes' magic as he attempts to extract Not Luca's soul. Thundering, consuming, biting. Bright Eyes continues his dark work.
Is it obvious that it's not going well? Like physical signs? Like would Sierra feel it?
When you're witnessing it, you're helping him. You know it's not going well.
Okay, Sierra will start to look to panic. And she'll cast a look filled with some fear around at the melee boys since they're right here. So that they know what's at stake here. Keep going.
Okay. Dark tendrils begin to wrap around Not Luca's soul. Slowly, but surely, Bright Eyes begins to pull it free. The physical manifestation of Sheen's vengeance whips out, clawing at Not Luca's soul, seeking something to destroy. Any metal rolls.
She'll ground out through clenched teeth. The divine weapon, was that like a channel or anything? Books?
It's my channel divinity.
Okay, she'll ground out through her clenched teeth. Keep it cleansed of ours. The rage, I've never felt it before.
I feel it too. I'm calling it back as best as I can.
I will inspire that one. Arcadum the 18.
So be it.
Better.
And with a final expenditure of effort, Bright Eyes will grasp the traveler's soul of not Luca and pull it free of the hateful lance. As it is pulled free, the lance sputters and crashes against itself, no longer having prey in which to hunt. And then, eventually, like shattered glass, it breaks apart, leaving only the tip of the lance, which is revealed to be Sheen's index.
Ugh.
Cyril also ground out to Varus. It's the index, Varus. I can't. Take it.
Of course. No, allow me. I'll stand. Of course. Tip of the weapon. Didn't even notice. Slowly pick it up.
Within it, you can feel Sheen's hate and outrage and wrath. It starts to flow through you, granting you access to its angelic boon.
Ooh.
Me.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Mania is still openly sobbing.
just crying on the Komodo.
Yeah.
Blow your nose in it like tissues.
Oh no.
No tissues.
It's making Varus cry, too.
Sierra's just sweating. Her body's crying.
Oh.
Did it work? It looks like it worked.
Sierra's just fully focused on keeping this soul on the path that she wants it to be on.
Bright Eyes has the soul within his hands.
How does it look?
A traveler's soul looks like a gem with many facets, thrumming and shifting, almost spinning at a rapid pace. Within it, you can see the dance of shadows, almost like there are people inside of it, dancing and laughing and jumping.
What type of check should... 'cause I want to compare it to... was it pure essence or pure mana? The most powerful thing that Sierra's seen to date. She wants to compare it to that.
It is beyond that. A traveler's soul is potential personified.
Okay.
It is a piece of the prism in its natural state.
She's still sweating it up.
Bright Eyes will
Looking
look
at it with awe.
Bright Eyes will look towards Sierra and will say, in his mind, to her, "Shall I return this soul, mistress?"
Return it.
So be it. Bright Eyes will approach the kimono and the teddy bear, will take the soul, and will place it inside of the teddy bear. The object begins to contort and twist, and then from its shadow, becoming long, viscous, not Luca is restored.
Doctor?
It's done. You are free.
He would be on the ground though, like laid down.
Varus will help you.
What? So, quick question, Arcadum. So when he comes back, he's just laying there, or?
Yeah, you're on the ground.
Oh, okay, okay.
How does he feel after his adventure in a lance?
How would that feel, actually?
That was my question.
Being
to Arcadum,
inside.
yeah.
So the whole time you feel as if you've been in a circus.
Whoa, that's fun! That's actually cool.
However, upon the awakening, the crashing reality of what you've gambled and what you've lost, and the memories of Luca before come crashing into you as well. Summoned forth by Estermania, you see them, the moments you failed, the people you lost, the innocence you clung to.
Okay, so I'm just trying to digest that and how. Okay. All right. Well, for the moment, because I was about to go to the bathroom, not Luca will lie there, and his mask that's black and with the white, it seems to be shifting a lot. The eyes moving slowly, undulating, his smile going deeper, but then contorting to a frown. The tendrils kind of moving on their own as if he is asleep. But he is unmoving.
Doctor, can you hear me?
He lies there unresponsive.
I have never searched for a pulse from the shadow before. I'm gonna try and see if. Well, I guess you're moving, right? Like your tentacles are moving.
Yeah, they're just kind of lazily moving around.
Okay. He'll look to Melee and Sierra and say, "Is this happened with the is the doctor okay?"
I bet he
gotta
has to
remember,
collect himself.
it's his first time being a shadow. Like, this hasn't happened before.
Yes.
Melee will go over and try to hold his hand. I think you're the only one I can actually interact with, right? Because we're both ghosts.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are ghosties?
So
Yeah,
Melee will go over and hold your hand and just kind of wait for you to come back to yourself.
After a moment, his face features will settle, and you'll feel him squeeze Melee's hand, and his eyes will widen. Whew! What a weird show that was. And he will slowly try to lean up.
She'll kind of help you up and smile. Hey, welcome back.
Oh, I was out? Wait.
Like, gone and out. Yeah. You fought real well, but lost pretty hard.
Oh. And he seems to kind of look down at his lap, he's recollecting his memories. Oh, yes. It was a failed attempt, but an attempt.
Mulu will cross his arms, supporting Sierra. You
His house. Oh, pardon me.
You made a choice. I respect a choice. But at the same time, that became a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Why? I have to know.
Why?
Yes.
What are you referring to? I'm sorry, I'm still trying to recollect from everything that's happening.
We had
And-
Sheen on the ropes. And then you did something. And then we were fighting for our lives.
Mealy whispers. Some of the party are a little angry. Sorry about that.
Angry? What
They think-
for?
Well, they think it was an unnecessary risk, you know.
An unnecessary risk?
I don't entirely agree, but I've gone for glory before. And she kind of shrugs. So,
He kind of squints his eyes, not at anger towards Melee, but kind of does a fleeting glance at everybody else. You're upset that I took a risk to try to conquer Sheen. Well, he just looks at them.
Was it truly to conquer Sheen?
Yes, it was. Okay, it seems that you need some clarification, or further clarification as to why. I think you all could imagine that we're fighting against these very strong beings, correct? That these are what they are. They're angels, they're very strong, probably far more capable in other facets than we are. And in that moment, from what I understood, from what I was sharing with Havaris about how to deal with Sheen, the faster that we got this done, the better. The more ailments they got on us would spell disaster for whether or not we would survive in the long run. And in that moment, I saw an opportunity to be done with this Sheen. And he looks at, I assume Sheen is mostly dissipated at this point, or wherever they would have been. Okay. So I took the chance, and it seemed that they challenged me. And I took that challenge.
Perhaps I do not understand the full scope of the situation, but it looked nearly dead to me. Could we not simply have finished it?
Well, that's what I attempted to do. So I'm confused on your anger.
So, out of character, Roxa, do you remember what the parameters were of your clash?
Yes,
checking.
I did. Yes,
Okay,
I did.
cool. So you're lying to me. I see. Okay. Cool.
I'm not lying to you.
You remember the parameters where we can just kill it, or you can challenge
Or
it and get more power?
or challenge it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we could have just killed it. That's what Mulu's getting at.
Yeah, and to not Luca, he saw that challenge and he saw that as like, well, I need to kill this thing. That's what he's explaining to you.
That's my disconnect, because we could have just killed the thing without the challenge.
Oh, he took it a step further, if that's where you're...
Yes, that's where he's going. Alright, I'm back in character.
So Varus will look in between Mulu and not Luca, and will say, Doctor, I believe the discourse of such was is that such a thing is not the first occasion. But I think the heart of this issue, what we totally need to do is have a discussion as a group about making such decisions in the future. What has happened is done, and we can learn from it, yes? There is no reason to bicker at one's decisions. We can learn from it and use this going forward, yes?
Yes, I agree. I'm just still confused why this is such a discussion anyway. I'm pretty sure if any one of you had that not opportunity, excuse me, but that choice, you probably would have as well.
Well, if
But,
anything,
you know.
then I have learned from this situation not to do so.
Sierra will
If I'm
cough
presented with the
loudly.
option to simply finish the enemy or to try and take something from them as a trophy, I will simply claw them in the neck.
She'll cough loudly and then hawk up some blood and just spit it on the ground. Recovering from, getting the shit beat out of her and then helping pull the soul out of an item.
Oh,
Anyways, everyone accounted for. I'm quite tired.
Yes, I believe so.
Looks around.
We should find a place to rest.
You're the only one we lost.
I am glad that at least everyone has survived the ordeal. And whatever discussions, I hope we can save that for later. I'm quite tired.
I do think as well, it is not something we will sidestep, but we must make a choice. We are in the middle of Auschwitz, in the middle of nowhere, perhaps. We need to make a decision what we do next. And then we will talk when we have time.
Sierra will shift her body weight from Mulu to Havar's. Kind of put her human elbow on his shoulder and lean into him. But all she'll say is, "Do you see now?"
Turn, look back to you, and we'll try to ignore that and say, you were spitting of blood. Do you need medical attention, Sierra?
Yes.
Very well, hold still. And he'll kind of give you a look in the eyes.
She
Look
does
down.
her best to hold still, but it is nearly impossible to hold still with 8 tentacles.
Of course.
Writhing.
Wriggling.
Some spots are dry, very weird. There you are.
I need lubrication.
Uh,
I couldn't say that with a straight face.
Lubrication.
instead of he'll use spit on hands.
Ew.
Give it the old spit rub.
I need to rest, Tavares. I agree we need to explore. But after that ordeal, I need to rest.
Very well, then.
I cannot think straight. I trust you will guide us.
Very good. So, take your time. Rest as you need, everybody. We will rest for a short time, and then we will make haste, yes?
Sounds good.
Nods.
Sure.
Yeah.
Does anybody else need medical attention? Now's the time.
Well, I don't want to drain you of all your resources, Faris.
It is
That's-
better to have you the way you are, Melee. If you need help, please say so.
I mean, I'm still awfully weak.
Allow me. He'll use regular lay on hands for healing.
Not spitting.
No
No spits.
spit. no spit.
Nopers.
Nopers. Spitters.
You
When
could
does
heal
spit
for
just
20.
go right through her?
I'm sorry, what, Havars?
You could heal for 20.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else? Lestamania? Say no. Mulu? Caution, perhaps?
Caution will take
That will
another
be
drink.
fine.
This has been a lot.
I am fine, just exhausted.
Sierra gives caution to space
stunned.
and instead just hangs out with Mulu. She's not quite dead weight leaning on him now, but she will just stay near him.
Very good. Mulu, my friend, are you okay?
Yes, no, I am okay. If I rest a little, I will recover from scratches and bruises. Nothing important.
My friend, I feel it. He'll hold the index of Sheen. Feel the power that lies within this one. I believe, Mulu. I believe you should take it. Your capabilities of attaining such powers, I believe, outweighs my own. I trust in you to take care of this.
If you say
Alright.
so.
You are a seraph, after all, yes?
That is true, I am a seraph.
He'll gently hand it over to you. Basically, also, yeah, you should, since I have the other boon, you should take this one.
I will
you
take
seen it
it
in the
very
chat?
carefully. Yeah, I have. Pretty sick.
Okay. Yeah, you take that one, bud.
Thank you. I will take it very carefully, and
Pretty
good.
Sarah will lean in and playfully tug on his veil. A little mischievously. Give it a
What?
couple of tugs.
You don't tug
What-
on
what-
Superman's cape.
pause at you. Yeah.
It's disrespect.
Stop
Bat,
it.
bat,
Does cat baps. You gotta
Yeah.
catch these skibbity paps.
Your first index move.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
How did
just real quick, for chat's sake, the angelic boon received from Sheen is called Sheen's Sting.
I'll copy it in.
Once per combat, after an ally has been defeated, you may use this boon. Make an attack with a weapon or spell. That attack is an absolute critical hit that deals 3 times normal damage. The minimum damage that it can do is 50.
Juice.
Wow.
Huge.
Big attack, damn.
It's nice.
On that note, should we give chat the loot we got from Sheen as well?
Stairs.
Should we like say it out loud?
Yes.
Sure, Rinko. Would you like to read all of the items you picked up?
Yeah, Rinko.
I'll go
okay.
in get some water.
Yeah, Rinko. Yeah, why don't you do it, Rinko?
Yeah.
Fine,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I brought it up. I'll do it. That's
Yeah, why
only
don't you
fair.
do it? Why don't you do it, Rinko?
So, first up, there is the Gray Hat. This is a convalescence kit that contains the system admin digital overrides for the digital nodes on band. This kit can be used to lockpick digital sources, whether they be physical or intangible. And this kit automatically bypasses any lock of DC 20 or lower without the need to roll. If grants advantage on other such attempts to bypass these securities. And once per long rest, the Grey Hat may be used to disable the absolute territory of an angel for 1 round. This must be rolled for, and it is done so without advantage. So that's huge.
Nodders.
There's also,
very good.
in terms of more traditional loot, we have the Ferristech helmet, which requires 1 deck slot to equip, and it grants Farsight, which allows sight up to 2 miles with normal quality. Hard cover and concealment still apply. This helmet also provides a +2 to ranged attack rolls. Here is the Ferristech vest. Requires 2 deck slots. Grants a personal power source. This personal power source has a total power of 50. This recharges after a short rest. This armor grants a shield effect. This reduces up to 10 damage per source taken. This is taken from the PPS. If you no longer have sufficient power, this effect is dormant. It's access a chainmail as base armor. Next up is Ferristech boots. Requires 1 deck slot. These boots grant a climb speed equal to your base land speed. In addition, you may activate these boots by expending 10 from your personal power source, should you have one. If you do, you gain the effects of haste for 2 rounds. There's the Ferristech vessel. Deck slot 1. Its damage is 5d6 force. It has a bolt action property. You may only fire this weapon once a round, regardless of other rules. This weapon has a range of 1,000 to 2,000 feet. Unaware enemies are critically hit by this weapon. Basically sniper, very cool. And lastly, there is Knife in the Middle, which is a +2 Ceratite dagger. Whenever you have 2 enemies adjacent to you, you attack the other enemy whenever one of them attacks you. And whenever you would deal sneak attack damage with this weapon, choose an enemy you are adjacent to. That enemy cannot target another enemy adjacent to you for 1 round with any effect, even an area of effect. This weapon requires attunement. That's all we got.
Wowee.
Hell yeah. Look
Glad-
at all those cool
Wow, it's
IT hack references. Isn't that
Pretty
cool?
neatly.
Did you guys see how cool that was? How it makes sense in the universe? Okay.
I
I
really
enjoyed it
enjoyed-
as a computer science.
I truly enjoyed your gray hat. I think you did it well, Arcadum.
Thank you.
No, I enjoyed it.
For those of you that don't know,
I enjoyed it more.
a gray hat is a neutral hacker, one that does it for fun and challenge, but not to hurt people.
Yeah.
Listen to you reading off a definition.
I didn't. I mean, I looked it up. Yeah, I know what they
so
are.
Cute. What a cutie pie.
Like white hats do it to find weaknesses so that they can be shored up, and black hats do it because of personal gain and illicit profit.
Clap.
Wow.
Oh God.
What the fuck
I
was
feel
that?
like I was
What
just
was that?
someone.
Did
I
you
don't
just, did you just throw up in my ear? What the fuck? was
What?
that? Oh my god.
No, you see, I eat so many fries that I can vocal fry my own voice.
Reigns.
No, don't.
Reigns.
Yeah.
That's it. German now. You're German rest of the session.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, wenn du das so willst.
Exactly. That's it.
Exactly.
That's better. That better be all I hear. Exactly is an
Exakt.
English word.
Exakt.
There you go. That's
Luca
so
will-
funny. That's it. German now forever. Continue.
Not Luca will try to get up with the help of Melee if she's still
Mhm.
helping, supporting him.
She's helping.
And will okay. And he'll get up on he won't get up on his feet, he will just float. And we'll look to behind Melee at Caution and give a gentle smile. Caution. I appreciate your help in this fight, and seeing your looks at his arm. Syringes, I believe that's what they're called. That fascinate me. I don't know if it's possible if I could learn a thing or two about those items. It was a great help. Does Caution just look at him?
Caution will nod. He's a little tipsy.
Oh, oh. Oh, he doesn't seem to be in his right mind right now. I guess I'll converse with him later.
I think losing you and trying to bring you back might have set him off just a little.
He pats Pounder.
What a good
Oh.
boy.
What a good
alright.
little motorcycle.
Then I guess we will all rest and convene then.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the most shadowy place around here? He looks around.
Oh, down here is pretty shadowy.
Just don't get in the tar. We don't really need to save you again, please.
I don't think I will be able to get down there without taking damage.
What? No, we float don't
Down
we?
here?
Don't you
We
float?
all float down here, Melee.
Right.
Alright, this is the same rules where he just slowly gets down there. Okay.
We
Thinking
just
battle.
I know it's hard being a ghost now, but we just kind of float down like
Yeah, I will face
How big
plant.
is it? Just face plant deep in there. Alright, then I'll sit there for a moment.
Sierra's eyes will
Just-
just track him as he goes by. She says nothing.
Sorry, I was correcting
Just-
Reigns.
Distinctly,
Oops.
distinctly noticing zero thanks for bringing her back. Or him back.
Mistress, shall I return?
I'm trying to grab, but Moto is in the way.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No,
Let me
it's
get out of
fine.
the way. It's fine. Shoves.
She'll hold her staff out for him to go take a nap. Or do devil daemon stuff.
I'm gonna go play
Cause some famine somewhere.
soul cards.
Where?
My local.
I just
game shop.
corrected him correcting me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Man. Okay, so short rest, and then we find somewhere civilized, perhaps? Or are we camping for a week?
I guess that Sira, I'm not sure the extent of how you transport us and whatnot, but when you looked before, you've seen a what you call the observation building, yes?
Let's see here. What would she spit out of this wig? She's not really spitting blood. Let's see here. What would she... Yes! She'll spit out some green ichor. Carefully missing Moto.
It sizzles on the ground.
As he leaps out of the way. I'm sorry, what was the question?
The heart of the question is to gauge the distance between where we are now and the place of which you've seen before, which very well could hold the Torn if I'm not correct. I have always been a huge advocate of the Torn within Auschwitz, but never seen. I wonder if you can triangulate exactly the distance of such.
She'll crank her neck up and just look. Does she see a city in the distance, Arcadum? In any direction?
Perception check.
Okay.
Oh, do the same by putting a hand over my eyes. Do the little shady thing.
Sira doesn't see anything.
She
Mulu.
looks cross-eyed.
I don't know what that means.
That'll do it.
So funny.
You must open both eyes, Sira.
Hold on, let me do a perception check. Cross his eyes. I can't see anything.
I was trying to think, but I just... Alvaris, I've only seen two places in Auschwitz, here and that tower. I imagine she'll wave her hands around. Isn't the city in the distance somewhere? Go that way.
Mulu will see that there appears to be some tops of some things in the distance towards the north.
Hard to tell what they are, but perhaps north. There's something over there. Something tall.
North of ours, take us that way. Oh, and trepidation. She'll actually giggle at her own pun. She's a little slap happy from channeling so much mana. Trepidation, caution. They're not going to be friendly to outsiders. We'll need some sort of story.
It's funny because it is, yes.
Yes.
Sierra giggles a little slap happy, and I'm assuming Caution also giggles a little tipsy.
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing we don't look like outsiders at all. Looks around.
Well, if we are going that way, I suggest we all have a good sit, breathe the wind, feel the sand, and then we can go.
Ooh, we're gonna sit amongst the corpses? Oh, Mulu, I never thought you'd suggest it.
Well, no, I was suggesting here, comfortable spot. Not the corpses, Sierra. It is morbid.
I think I'll go look at those corpses.
You have fun doing that, I
Oops
suppose.
up Moto, and without looking too closely, is suddenly just fine walking physically. Do. Tentacle walks down the cliff.
Maybe floats after you.
Sierra's going wherever bodies are. I'll just put her in there in the middle.
Can we take a short rest?
Sure.
Sweet.
Give unto
Short
me.
rest, not long rest, right?
Oh my god, do we get to do
Wait,
arcane recovery? Essie, we never get to do arcane recovery.
Quick question.
Ooh la la!
Quick question, Arcadum.
What?
If I'm in the shadows, this doesn't count for the +5 heal, right?
No.
Or does it? Okay, I just want to be sure. All right.
Short rest doesn't get rid of exhaustion, right?
No, long rest is.
Yeah. Thought so.
Oh, I got these many dices? That's crazy.
Yeah. Short rest should be able to mostly recover. If not completely, you probably have a couple of dice left over.
And oh,
Hey, Sierra.
Yes.
I wanted to say thank you. I know you were against it, kinda, but I appreciate you trying to bring Luca back.
She'll turn around from her singular intention to go look at corpses like a fucking weirdo. Thank you for noticing.
Well, of course. I mean,
It does seem like the, She'll purse her lips. No one else could have done what I could have done there, Mealy. And yet the pressure to do so, the pressure to do something so demonic for, she'll do air quotes, good reasons. Well, something I can only chuckle about, I suppose.
suppose. It still means a lot to me, though, that you care about the team so much now.
Well, Sena made an excellent point. The doctor is very useful in a fight. And I think that outweighs the risk of, well, having him around.
Mm.
And I'll leave the negotiating to the rest with the doctor. I don't think, whereas I am logic, he is, spontaneity.
Mm.
It's difficult for us to communicate on strategy, on risk. I heard his arguments upon returning, and, well, they didn't make sense to me.
Well, here's hoping we can find some sort of a solution that works for everyone. But let me know if you want me to speak up on your behalf.
You never need to speak for me, Mealy. Sometimes silence is the loudest voice.
Alrighty then. Well, I'll leave you to it, I guess.
You're not interested in what we can find? Avaris did mention many digital sources buried around here.
How are you gonna propose digging them up?
She'll fan her fingers. You know, like after gymnastics when you land your handstand. Magic, Mealy.
Well, alright, I'll come along, I guess, see if you need help.
Okay. She'll continue her tentacle journey.
Maybe we'll just float next to you.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk through what I'm doing, Arcadum, or?
Well, what are you trying to do?
Okay, so when we first scoped out the area, there were piles of corpses that she
Yep.
was sitting on like a throne.
There's more than just that. There's corpses all over this place.
Goody. She's going to go, what's it called? Grave robbing, where you pick through the dead.
Okay.
She's looking for, one, she's assuming they're local, so she's going to look at how they look, so maybe she could try to mimic it and blend in with Allswitz.
Okay.
Along the way, if there's anything valuable looking, she'll pocket that. And third, she can't detect anything actually digital, but she's not beyond trying to part some of this tar to, peek through for whatever Havaris had sensed.
That's what you meant. I see. I thought you were just gonna find, like, bits of the ship that crashed.
Oh no, I was looking for how we could get into Allswitz.
Ah, well, I've kind of left my grave robbing days more or less behind me, or at least I'm trying to. So, I might actually just leave you to it.
That's fine by me, Melee. Their souls aren't here. There's nothing to disrespect. If that's bothering you.
Nah, just the past.
Wait, does that mean you were a grave robber?
Yeah, back in well, Calcatesh, like way before.
She'll do a grin where one of her fangs peeks out. Something else I like about you.
Well, I wasn't very nice. I've tried to change a lot since then. I'm still trying to change. Be better.
Well, I believe there is, I think you embody speak softly but carry a big stick.
Thank you.
Now, she'll come over here and, either freeze this tar so she can actually slither on it to the corpses, or she'll just burn it out. Whichever she has to do. She's getting to those bodies either way.
All right, investigation check.
Okay. Oh, let me deselect move. Ooh, goddamn.
Okay. As you take a look, you will find that there are several corpses covered in the same kind of bubbling tar. You know that there is a lot of them. It will take several days to remove the corpses here and indeed everywhere in the Ichor pits. But out of the first body that you investigate, you can see that ironically, many of its possessions seem unharmed by the tar.
Good. She'll look at all of it.
Okay, so...
Sorry, let me describe. Does this look like someone... She's assuming this is a local. So how are they dressed? What are they wearing? Did they have weapons? She's looking for indicators of why were they here. Did Sheen capture them, or did they come in here to fight Sheen?
Well, you don't really know the answer to any of that. You can see that they are wearing clothing that you don't really recognize, depicting that they are, you presume, locals, but there's something else about them that doesn't really seem to make sense. Their clothing looks different, like the ones from the rest of band that you've seen. There's no patches or holes on them, save for the battle damage taken. There's also one other very important thing that you notice. They do not have gems.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She will study the physical features. Human?
As far as you can tell.
Okay. She'll pull him off the tar. Him, her. It.
Okay.
She'll pull it off the tar pile.
Okay.
Set it down. Study it some more. How long, and what check do I need to do? How long dead is this thing? How rotten are we?
Medicine check.
Okay. Oops, that's a Marshall. Medicine.
You have no fucking idea.
Pop, head comes right off.
Okay. She'll poke at it, how squishy is, like, the arm area.
Well, while you're poking, Melee, you can tell that the tar seems to have preserved these creatures, preventing desiccation. And then it is at this point that you start to believe that maybe this tar is not tar, but something else entirely.
What you got, Melee?
No?
She says while poking the arm.
Squeeze.
Stop poking it.
Squeeze.
It's it's well preserved actually, because what it was sitting in. But I'm not 100% certain this is tar anymore.
Stairs. Puts on she covers her eyes with Moto's wings and turns them into zooming in glasses.
Well, if what Melee says is true, and it isn't tar, you start to go through all the different factors of what it could be. And then finally, you land upon this may be runoff from one of the different supplies that requires the vessel's seaworthiness of the astral sea. Upon closer inspection, you've seen something like this before. It's the same material that is used in order to maintain the life support upon the vessels. There is just a lot of it here, which, if you think of the size of these colony ships must have been, there might be enough here to represent that. Unfortunately, you don't actually know what that material is used for or what effects it will have on direct skin contact.
Seer will touch it with a tentacle.
Squeeze.
Do a couple of pokes. Anything immediately happen to her? Poke, poke.
It's warm and unpleasant, but not really.
Okay, she likes the cold. Ugh. Well, you're right, Maylee. It's not tar.
Mhm.
It'll explain why it's preserved. She'll look at the... Hers is actually a look of admiration, whereas Maylee's is probably a look of disgust at the pile of corpses and just the pure violence, the pure chaos that's there.
Maylee's not disgusted, she's just saddened.
Well, I think the most interesting thing, she'll flip back around, beyond that not being tar, that's not... If it's a Bandian, it's evolved separately. This is more like, more like my people, the Maltosians.
You think, they crashed here and just didn't make it out, kind of like what happened to Mulu's?
They're either a newer arrival or, well, I've never really gotten to study. Would she know about evolution? I would assume so, since she does all this creature shit.
So evolution in Verum is different than the evolution in real life. It exists in much the same manner, but the time periods are... Evolution is viewed more as if a more intense form of adaptation.
Okay, so adaptation. Okay.
Yeah, so like that's the amount of time it took for the Bandians that lost their way and that were here to develop the gems didn't take them millions of years like it actually would, right? To properly evolve. It took them hundreds.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that's all.
I think two things, Maylee. I think these are either newer arrivals, or because they've stayed so... Oh god, what's the word? Isolated from the rest of the planet. They haven't adapted. Perhaps they haven't needed to. Maylee, I think that's it. Perhaps this group doesn't worship these angels. Sheen was here by itself, and, well, unless you're a murder cult, how would you worship something like this? Beatorn, we saw, was locked in a tower. And we haven't found Old yet. Maylee, I don't think they worship them. Not here.
Okay. Well, supposing you're right, and they don't actually worship the angels, and they see them as, I don't know, threats. What do you think they see him as? Do you think they still see him as, like, part of the vessel?
Perhaps we were thinking about Beatorn incorrectly. I thought those were wards to keep Beatorn safe, but perhaps it's wards to keep Beatorn locked up.
So
instead of keeping us out, it's keeping Beatorn in.
Maybe they'd actually be grateful if we came
And
saying
took
we
her
could
off their hands.
fix it, yeah.
She'll actually resummon her demon butler. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I will summon Handsome with With oh god, with a bind companion. I'll bring Handsome out. All right, Handsome, you can't eat this one, but she'll throw him into there.
Handsome
And, like,
disagrees.
She'll throw him on top of the corpse.
Oh god. Oh, sorry. Well, why is this Havaris?
I don't
mean,
mini
What?
butters.
this. Wait, what? What's happening?
This.
Oh
mean,
no!
Why
the title fits him. He is handsome. I mean,
why is this happening?
Is the file for his token
Let me choose-
called the same thing?
Oh,
Hang on,
God.
I'm choosing file. Open, save file. Does that work? Oh!
For some reason.
He's so handsome.
See, the same thing happened to all my Matharians.
Yep.
They all became melee.
Melee watches this and watches Sierra summon and unsummon and summon and unsummon.
Stop it! It's not happening.
Ah!
I did it.
I'm handsome.
That'll be hilarious.
Nom nom.
Okay, she'll summon him right on top of the corpse pile so he can just start chewing his way through corpses. There's no souls, right? It's just corpses.
Nope. Just
Body parts.
lootable stuff that Havaris could use.
Okay, she'll send Handsome in there to eat his full until his belly's distended.
Okay.
And then once he's done, she'll whistle for him to hop through so he doesn't, waddle through the...
He swims. Plop 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 plop. plop.
Well, shit.
And then he'll shake.
No.
Just ichor all over the place. And
I
then
guess I was a little
he'll
dry.
rub his butt on the ground and start dragging it through the canyon. Just shitting as he goes along.
She'll bring him back over here, and she'll scoop up with her tentacles the dead body and just plop it on top of him. Don't drop it. And then she'll direct... Shall we go back to the group, Melee?
Yeah, I guess so.
She'll leave the dog shit everywhere. And she'll go back to the group with
Bars is like, I'm gonna go check out that area over there.
Oh no!
Oh my.
I can't get Moto off from on top of me. There we go. Okay.
it's like an
She'll come-
old man yelling at the neighbors. Though.
Shaking his fist at the sky.
I'm gonna go check
Or
out
the
what's
dog.
She would have told Havaris as they passed him that she had things to talk about. She'll take the body, and because she's with people who it would matter to, gently lay it on the ground.
Nods.
Couple of things. Are we ready for a discussion?
We should wait probably for Havaris, don't you think?
Fly up.
Does he need uppies? Oh wait, no. I forgot he has wings.
There was a pit over there, the lot of poo-poos over there. Someone did not scoop the poop. Who did? I wonder who.
How big are the poo-poos?
Ansel will cough and a finger will come out.
Ugh.
Sierra says absolutely nothing, just launches into her discovery. Like nothing happened.
Melee kind of pulls an invisible hat down and looks slightly embarrassed.
These do not have gems. She'll gesture towards the body.
What?
And she'll wait for that to set in.
They are gemless?
It's not that
As
they're
you,
gemless. It's that
as
they
Ho-
never had gems.
As Havaris takes a look, I need you to make me a religion check. Havaris.
Okay.
Fuck. But does anyone have religion that can give him advantage?
Do I have religion?
Maybe the
Nope.
cleric looks at.
I don't think I have proficiency with that.
Let me look in your pockets. What do you have in here?
Fine, you can look. There's no
nothing
check
in there.
mark.
She's so
I am
bored.
Nothing.
I'm actually proficient in religion.
Oh, thank God! Hey, would you
Let's
like
go,
to
Melee.
aid? Would you like to aid Havaris?
Sure, sure.
Yay! Not a shitty roll. Okay. Havaris as you take a closer look, you believe that Syrah's proposition is correct. These are not gemless. These are not Bandians. These are Maltosians. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
All right. He'll look over them again, and it is as you say. They're not gemless at all. They're like me now, like you, Maltosian.
Yes. I have two theories. They've either arrived recently, within the last 50 to 100 years, or due to the isolation of Auschwitz, they never needed to adapt. Which goes into my second theory. I don't think Auschwitz worships their angels.
That will be an interesting social interaction.
Well, if it comes from you two, yeah, it might.
It makes me wonder. Then you said when you looked upon the observatory, there was opals, yes, like what I used to be, yes.
There are, but what I was theorizing with Melee is I had originally thought all those wards and guards were to keep others out, to protect Beatorn. But perhaps it is to keep Beatorn in.
Do you believe they're making Beatorn work for their will? As how do you say? Positional swap, yes?
Yes. There might even be a chance that Beatorn is not corrupted if it's being used for its actual purposes.
So I'll start to get a little angry at this. He's always looked up to Beatorn and always wanted to meet him. So he hates the thought of this being an option. Well, perhaps we can find out, yes? I cannot imagine the thought of Beatorn, the predictor of the stars, to be used for nefarious deeds.
She'll cock her head to the side. Why do you think it's nefarious?
If it is forceful, it is hard to believe it is good. One does not force one to do something under good intentions. Not likely. I hope I am wrong.
Her brow will furrow. Angels cannot be forced, Tavares. It is logic. Their orders are given to them.
But ain't giving an order kind of like forcing someone?
Willpower is something of the mortals. That is what is given up to be immortal. Angels do not have free will. That is the difference between a real soul and a synthetic soul.
Well, some of them do.
Do they? She challenges.
What of Hades?
What of him? That is yet to be found out.
It seems different.
The only daemon, she'll say that word intentionally, synthetic daemon I've met, even his actions were logical. It was just under a different purpose. One not originally designed for him.
And perhaps that is what has happened to this Beatorn. Its directive has been changed by someone who orders him to do something else.
Yes. So I would say, Avaris, if you are angry, perhaps it is with the individuals who gave him a different purpose. Not with Beatorn himself.
Of course. Understanding more what you've made of the angels, I could not be mad at Beatorn.
Well, she'll redirect the conversation, gesturing towards the clothing. This seems to be generally what, although, she'll say it delicately, bodies were wearing something similar. It is quite different from Oasis. This is, she'll tap her cheek looking for the right word. Clean. Almost luxurious in comparison. If we wish to blend in, we would need to look like this.
Well, that's supposing an awful lot. It could be a style of someone rich compared to someone poor. It could be a style of like the yesteryear compared to what the style may be now. We might look even more out of place.
Or it could be all the people who originally crashed.
Be.
Oh, the tar is not tar. She'll just
Oh.
wait for that one to settle into.
Yeah, that's right. It's not.
What is it?
What is it?
It is, I believe what is used for medical. For, she'll search around. Preserving. This, she'll gesture down towards the body. Perhaps it's someone that was sent from Auschwitz in the last couple of years, or perhaps this was someone who crashed. God, she actually knows the timeline. The 2,000 some years ago.
It's quite a long time of preservation.
It's Taladonic tech.
Wouldn't be the first time that we encountered someone who has been preserved for a long time for travel.
It is just their body, though. There are no souls.
Unlucky.
What is our plan of actions when we reach the city? I thought they will welcome us. Although if they're Maltosian, they might.
Treb had given a suggestion of perhaps we could fly up and over the walls. Sneak in, so to speak. I think we could attempt to go through the front door with the full truth. We could go through the front door with a disguise of sorts. Think of a story. She'll shrug one shoulder. I leave it up to you all to decide.
The more people know of our cause or what we're doing, the more dangerous it becomes.
But also more allies we gather, as has been shown by Trepidation and his crew.
Which is why it is important who we talk to and not to reveal it to everyone. At least that's how I feel about it.
I believe we must make use of where we are, yes? Cannot turn a blind eye just yet. While you were down there, Sarah, I was planning to look around for any scrap metal, anything of the sort. Have you seen anything like that?
Oh, yes, there's pieces of the ship littered all around here. If my theory is correct, the not tar was probably from some sort of medical bay.
I will take the time to think and scavenge. I believe, regardless, we should go to Auschwitz. I will let these thoughts simmer for a short time.
I agree, we should definitely go. Just how we go about things is, I think, really important. Hiding won't be as easy as it was in Oasis.
here with Slitheroth. Start doing a ritual. She's gonna summon her horse.
Can I scavenge for scrap metal?
Ritual. Ritual. Blap.
Can I scavenge for scrap metal?
He said he had to go pee.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. As handsome.
Oh.
BRB bathroom.
I thought you did that.
That was not me.
Oh.
I also thought that was Molly.
Yeah.
I just have so many tokens. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go. Like
I
a
was
good boy,
gonna
I'm gonna go
ask a
pick up all the poo,
question. Oh.
scoop up all the poo poo, and put it in the nearby garbage.
I was gonna say you're gonna throw it into the tar, then realize it's not tar, and then it's perfectly preserved for the next 1,000 years.
Yeah, all the medical juice just has shit in it. Like, shit.
Ew.
Like, disgusting.
Nice.
There's
Then I was
fingers
thinking
in
of
the
using
poo-poo.
it for his new skincare routine.
Skincare.
Ugh.
I mean, he's pretty old for a
Over
samurai.
here.
He gotta preserve himself somehow.
When he comes back, I'm gonna ask him if I could try to identify it. Well, not identify, but understand it.
Understand what?
The black goo that's not tar.
The not tar.
Yeah.
I
I
almost had a
really think
flail.
it's gonna be important how we go about things in the town.
If it's
Sorry.
disguises,
Oh.
then that's might be hard to pass with the floaty people.
Float really close to the ground.
Oh, I can give you some tips. I've been practicing. See,
oh,
just kinda
wait.
lower yourself until you nearly touch the dust, right, on the ground.
Maybe I
then-
shouldn't be over the tar when you demonstrate this.
Well, you move your legs as you did, when you were human, right? And you just kind of like, you lean your weight like you used to when you were human, even though you don't have to do that anymore. And if you're close enough, sometimes it'll kick up dust behind you, just enough to look realistic, right? But yeah, I mean, just be careful you don't go too low. If you go too low, you kind of sink into the ground, and that looks a little suspicious.
Well, what if I do this? He turns off his hovering feature, and he's just sitting on the ground.
You can do that?
Yes. This
Lucky.
was part of my draconic abilities.
Oh, well, see, you've already got an advantage then. You don't have to work as hard as I do.
Well, maybe I could try to help you. And he tries to, like, offer up his hands to bring her down slowly or gently.
Melee floats to where she used to think, Luca's height was and where she was.
All right, can you try to will your feet to touch the ground?
I mean, maybe?
Come on, try. I believe in you.
She thinks hard. It's a lot of concentration. It feels like when I have to interact with everyone else, like where I actually have to think about touching them so that I don't just like go right through them,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And it's the same thing here. So try to think about touching the ground. Feel the sand. It's loose.
So much concentration, not Luca.
Oh, come on. Half of my spells are concentration. You can do it.
What are we touching?
Sand!
Touch the sand.
We're practicing how to walk like normal humans and not float like ghosts.
Oh.
Can I
People have
scavenge for
questions
scrap
for
metal?
you.
Yeah, I have a question too, but we'll go round robin with people.
Yeah,
doing-
sure, you can. Yeah. So, to be clear, there's so much here, it's going to take you days to sift through it. So, do you want to spend days to sift through it?
I would say just enough like whatever you're willing to let me kind of carry from after looking at it for like a couple hours before we go to Auschwitz. Whatever you'll let me carry for that.
I don't think I'm being clear. There's a lot of stuff here. It'll take you days to get through it. There's random digital loot rolls. There's shit you can find. For
Books,
example, I could randomly roll another pounder.
Books,
Maybe
I think
like-
it's something you should
That's
come ask
sick.
us in character if we want to stay here for days.
I see. I think I understand that. Okay.
But weren't we just waiting until how long Sierra's teleportation?
We were waiting 30 minutes for a short rest. We're now talking about staying here for days.
Yeah, but us being here in Auschwitz was also dependent on how long it takes for her to replenish that teleportation, correct?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, we're discussing
I was
that we-
confused because, yeah, in the side chat we were kind of talking about it. So.
Well,
Yeah.
we were.
I didn't know.
But before we got here, we were discussing that we definitely do Sheen here, and then look around Auschwitz to like discuss our further plannings. Because if we return now, we will just be in the same conundrum we've been in before, which is we either face Dark and Light, or we go off and fight another angel to empower ourselves to higher our chances against Dark and Light, because their power level is too high.
Mm. Is it 24 hours for the teleportation? I just don't recall.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a day. All right.
You should ask her that in character, though.
I feel like this was something we talked about quite a bit.
You should
outside
ask
of
her that
this.
in character, because she may change her answer.
Alvarez will walk up to the
Oh,
group
whatever.
after looking at all the scrap and crap, and will suggest. After looking around, there is much to salvage, but not enough I can do in a short period of time. If you wish to stay here for some time, I could spend time doing such. Otherwise, I am ready for Auschwitz. Decision is not within my own.
Okay with camping.
Well, hold on, and maybe floats back
Boom.
up. Like,
He stays back here.
wasn't part of the whole reason for coming so that we could get back soon and try and fix Dark and Light. Like, the longer we stay, it gets worse in Oasis, and I thought y'all weren't happy with that.
I had suggested a week, Melee.
Well,
We
a
would be
week's
gone for
fine.
a week, and
the-
Trepidation and the team were. They felt confident their security could hold for the week. However, she'll hold up her right pointer finger. Oh no! What was the big dude's name? She'd remember him. The big bodyguard dude.
Havoc?
Yes. Caution and Havoc do have a request for 100 scrap to strengthen the security.
Hmm.
I do recall the conversation we had, Melee. But Dark and Light are no joke, and we should take as much time before that, before it is too late, to strengthen ourselves and our temple. But we will not ignore it. Don't be mistaken.
Well, I guess if y'all really want to stay and search, I'll help you search if that's really what we're doing.
I merely present it as an option. I'm just telling you what we could do. It is all.
It's well like we have to figure out how we spent the week.
If we are to face Twilight anytime soon, we, most likely I, will need some sort of way to manipulate the time tracker. There was a arcane object that those two operate off of, and it is not one that is it was created by Taladon himself. It is not easily understood. And we did just so happen to find She'll look towards Estermania. A master key.
Hmm. She nods. Perhaps I have not seen this arcane object for myself yet. I suppose with the tools we have gained, we may be able to make some headway on it. Are we pressed for time? What is happening in Oasis?
The Voidka is running rampant. Each week that passes, the Voidka level rises higher. The citizens there are at risk. Any living entity is at risk.
Sounds a bit. What can be done?
Well, Dark and Light, the two angels, the sun and the moon of Oasis, their original purpose was to maintain stability of the Voidka. As they have become corrupt, well, it is the reverse of their original intent.
Out of character, wasn't that Acceptic?
I thought so.
Dark and Light were the engines of the ship, which is where a shitload of Voidka was, and it was Rodare who was maintaining it to a degree.
I think Exeptic is more like the power source himself.
Yeah.
Your
I see.
Voidka.
The
So
actual Voidka.
Dark and Light don't actually really probably give a shit about the Voidka, but because they needed to use it for their engines originally, now they're probably just delighted that it's spreading everywhere.
So, remind me why we're not taking Vezin up on her offer to
Just so everybody's clear, Accepted the Slow Death was in charge of maintaining the Voidka levels from spilling out. It was in charge of radiation, septic, and life support systems.
Hmm.
Right.
Dark and Light, specifically, they are the comprised angels that were the engines of the colony ships. They ensured that fuel... They're like engineering for the ships. Yeah.
So if
so
we beat
to-
them, then they could engineer and repair the damage, essentially.
I can't answer that, but yes, I'm just telling you to make sure that you knew what your information was. That's all.
So to get the void kill levels to stop from spreading, it would be Acceptic to do instead of Dark and Light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's more like to get to the Voidka that's spreading, we have to get through Dark and Light. That's how I read it. The note I have is their super corrupted Voidka reserve seals broke, consume whatever gets close to them. And the two together generate a process of astral bursting, which is hyperdrive, and ensured fuel is appropriate. So my read on it is they are, in a sense, the bodyguards to where we need to get to fix the problem.
Wait, that's not what I got.
But okay.
How the party interprets the information I give them is up to them. I can't side who's right here.
I think my question still stands. Why aren't we taking Vezin up on her offer to peacefully just override everyone?
We're not
Including
strong enough to fight Hextremity yet.
Oh, sure. But we're not strong enough to fight Twilight either. What's your...
It's also the time investment, mainly. To get to where Extremamir is. Where Visa needs to be. She'll pull out she'll pull out the stick that not Luca didn't want to take back. See, where is it? Here we go. I forget where I put it. She'll pull out the stick and just scratch out a very rough circle of the planet, mark off where Oasis is, where they are now, which is on the opposite side. And then in the middle, which is where Hextremamere is. There's quite a few obstacles between us and where Visa needed to be. Now,
Well, since pardon me. Go ahead.
well, if we were to... She'll look around for the right phrase. I won't upset anybody. Bring Beatorn around to our side. Beatorn's purpose was to navigate the stars. And that is, well, beyond being very akin to you, Melee. It's something that could drastically help us with our locations and knowing where these angels are. And if we wanted to avoid any, how to do that.
Yeah, so that's why. And he looks at Mulu and Sino. Seno, excuse me.
It is another reason, yes.
Oh, you should have said that earlier.
Look, I just hit things. I hit things, pointing in the direction.
Well, I was of the mind.
Sano will
that-
point at him. What he said.
Where are the things to hit? Hit
I
now.
was of the
Thank
mind
you.
that if we just went with this septic, that would have helped with the Voidka situation back in Oasis.
That's what I assume would be on the plan after Beertorn.
I think we would need both if we are to fight Twilight or Dark and Light either. We will also need Acceptic's help.
Exactly.
But if we wish to stop the Voidka issue in Oasis immediately, it would be Dark and Light. Which,
But except it would
irregardless-
be for controlling it, right?
Yes,
So he
but
would help.
I imagine the Bandians could at least do some sort of stopgap, band-aid, something, until we would have Acceptic. Irregardless of what's going on in Oasis, it will take me at least until sunset, but I suspect longer after. She'll actually cock a grin and then wink towards, not Luca. After pulling a soul out of a corrupted artifact, I need to rest.
Not Luca looks at Syrah, a bit confused. Is that what you did? No one has explained to me how they got me back.
I
It's a
had
bit
very
of a
little.
distressing ordeal.
Wait,
Do
so what exactly happened here? Like, how did I get back? Because I only recall waking up in Melee's loving arms. And that I was lost in the battle.
You were pulled into the lands of Sheen, trapped there as a soul, and Sheen's vengeful spirit basically held you in his lands, and we had to decide how to actually get you out of that corrupted item. At least that's how I got it.
And by we, he means primarily
Oh, yeah.
Sierra.
Yeah.
With help, of course, from Havaris and Estermania.
Yeah.
Oh. And he actually looks kind of shocked at that. But slowly turns to Syrah. Almost like an expression of shock and bewilderment. But then a small smile just settles on his features. I won't lie. That is an unexpected act I think you've taken on my behalf.
Think of it as a tug of war between Sheen and I. And through luck and skill, I proved more powerful.
Then, and he floats over. He reactivates. Oh my goodness, English. Reactivates his floating capability and floats over to Sira. Oh God, I heard screaming. And will gaze upon her, kind of look her up and down, not checking her out.
Oh.
Aw, jeez.
We aren't there
And-
yet.
I never get the romance options.
No,
With tentacles.
nobody wants to love.
No! I'm too godlike. Coughs up Icor.
His tendrils will start to like kind of wiggle around his head like he's thinking, and his small smile grows into a bigger one. I feel like you would have swallowed up my soul if you've had that opportunity, but instead you released it to bring me back here. And you know, I think this is the first time. And he bows down his head a little bit. I give you a big thank you for your kindness in doing that.
All she
You
says
brought me
is,
back to them.
You're welcome.
He smiles at her. And then we'll go back to Melee. Or stand beside, or float beside her.
After watching this interaction, Estermania wipes a tear from her eye.
Oh no,
Like, sorry.
not feelings. Stand over here.
Feelings!
Wait,
Oh
are you
my God.
dehydrating?
Why are you sad over there?
Oh my god.
Sino steps up with his little spray bottle.
Would that nourish her? Water?
Wait, would it? Wait, good question. Actually, wait.
Well, I mean, yeah, you like water. Like, yeah, you're a plant lady.
Yum. Delicious.
But do I have to actually drink it like a normal person, or do I just have to like bathe in it or whatever? Ooh,
Pour it on your
nourish.
boobs.
I mean, you probably just absorb it.
Good, just stand next to Syrah. She is always wet.
You have to drink it.
You're also
Okay.
cold. Not a lot of plants lack the cold.
You do, however, photosynthesis
She's also
for
very
food.
cold. That is true.
Photosynthesis.
She doesn't need to
Oh
eat.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, we gonna
Versus
sunbathe
me.
together.
Has to
We
eat
got
constantly.
sunbathe together.
That's right. Sano, your little shade hat. Get that out of here. We're gonna hang out in the sun. That's right.
No
Yeah,
rations
say no,
for me.
you loser.
I gotta keep a
Keep all
cool
the
hat.
sun for yourself.
Das Loserin.
I gotta keep a
That's
cool
cool.
hat.
So be a tone. Get back on subject. Be a tone.
Easy. Yes, easy.
Should we fly into the city? Is probably the easiest path.
Are we going to take a few extra days before going to Buthorn to search through here like Faris wants?
I need a few days, regardless of out here or in there.
If
I
you
do not
like,
care.
we can finish with we can mark this place and come back later and
No,
finish what we need to do first.
This is a perfectly comfortable place. We can stay here for a little bit, rest up, camp out, enjoy the sun. Tavares, you can dig up things.
I'd
Also, I
rather
do not
be
think-
in the sun.
Also, I do not think we can return here after a certain amount of time. Now that Sheena's gone, there's nothing holding people back from scavenging here.
Syrah will hold up
You
two
have the-
fingers.
Pick
I
of the
need
litter.
I need 3 days.
Here.
She's very specific.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I guess in the 3 days we'll just look about, see what we can find.
I will make myself useful.
I shall assist you
Thank you.
if I find the safe way down here without my wings.
Shall I eat as well?
What if I?
Oh, good. Time to romance the NPC. Slow. How tipsy is he being right now?
He's sobered up a little bit.
Okay. She'll walk up to him and she'll just announce, "I like you."
Gasp.
He will look over at Sierra and he will good to know. A little
Thank
smile.
you for your help.
You are most welcome.
Are you alright being here for a week? I know I had asked for help with Sheen, but I realized it was an oversight to ask for the week.
I'm here to serve, as long as needed.
Alright. Well, the boys are off scavenging, if that's to your taste. I'm not quite sure what Maylee will be up to, but I will be up here. I have some work to do myself.
Well, if everyone's going to be staying here for a few days, guess I'll get in a camp together. Cook us something nice to eat. Bit of a celebration.
Ooh.
That would be fantastic.
I brought a few supplies. Nice MREs. A couple of bottles of the good stuff. Figured we could enjoy each other.
She'll pull out her, it's probably about halfway down at this point. Oh, actually, no, she had 3 of them. Hang on. I've been carrying these around for a long time. Aha! Yes!
Whoa, I forgot about those!
She'll pull out, she had 3. So probably 2 are gone at this point, 'cause she's been slamming them back over the last however long it's been, 6 months. Hand the last one over. I have one of these. It is from a distant planet. One of samurai and honor. And yokai.
May I?
Please. I think you'll quite like it.
Or a shot for himself. Knock it back. An interesting taste. We'll cork it back. I'll have to think on that. He'll pull out his mess kit and his camping gear. Oh, I suppose I could get to work then.
Let me know if I can help. She'll actually offer help to somebody. And then go over here.
No, I should be fine.
She'll go over here and start doing demon shit.
Ruff, ruff, ruff. You want to help me, little guy? All right, come on.
Somehow I imagine dog is not overly helpful.
He, handsome is not helpful. Alrighty. Time to loot.
Let's
digging.
go! I'm excited, you guys!
Big boys.
I have
Everyone choose
question
a puddle?
about tar. I chose a puddle. I chose the big one that
Everyone
was
choose a puddle.
Puddle!
This is my puddle.
The not Luca puddle right here. Mm-hmm.
I've tried to find stuff in there, maybe. Examine the not tar with not
I check
Luca. 2
I call dibs
negatives
on the
make a
biggest
positive.
puddle up here.
I call dibs on this puddle.
Okay.
What's Maylee doing?
Maybe he's not helping loot. Those days are behind her. She's just, observing.
All right.
Drinking sake without the samurai.
How dare.
Okali dokali. Investigation checks everyone who is searching for sweet loots.
Sweet loots.
Alright.
Sure.
Damn.
Ooh, nice rolls.
Good rolls.
Everybody except the person who is actually good at investigation rolls good.
We're
Typical
just dancing with our
D&D.
shovels.
I keep stepping on shit.
Everyone is searching. Suddenly you hear from the background that Havar is slipping on chips.
Oh, that's true. You guys would actually see like the mutilated, half-consumed corpse.
There's like toes in the shit.
The thing is, Sada doesn't know about this, so Sada would just think, man, she really molested these guys. Jesus Christ. Those poor guys. How does she even have bite marks here?
Alright, here we go.
How much scrap metal do we need again to upgrade the base? 100?
100 on the dot.
Yeah.
100. That's a lot.
I also have. There's also I want to Arcadum do a check on the not R, whenever after this.
Let's see, how many people do I have searching?
Wait,
Five?
scroll
4,
up.
I think.
5?
No,
Wait, 1,
it's
2, 3,
5.
4.
Yeah.
Should be
Five.
5. My headache is getting worse.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Don't be sorry. 2 7s.
It's me.
Means we get OP loot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, on the first day you find the following. The following components. I'll put it in your notes.
Ooh.
I am looking.
Respectfully.
This is for the first day. 47 scrap metal, deck part alpha ×2, scepter circuit, deck part beta ×2, elemental coil, ember, locomotia emblem, and prime plasmas.
Cool.
Ooh.
Hey, what?
Okay.
Seems juicy.
Success.
Prime plasma. Y'all good if I take the scrapping materials
Yeah, go ahead.
so I can
yeah.
utilize my feature?
What are we gonna do with it?
Right?
Yeah.
Please take
What do you
it.
think
Feed
Sano's
it to
gonna
the
do with
dog? I
scrap
don't
metal?
know.
Yeah,
Awesome.
bro, take it.
Don't feed metal to my dog, please.
Too late.
Don't do it.
You think he didn't chew on metal while he was going
Look.
through these corpses?
Right now, in this moment, Havaris, you are Governor Ratcliffe, and we are digging for you. So,
I was trying to remember the digging song. They have one, right?
yeah, they do.
Well,
I
999.
knew it. I had like this flash visual of like the animation, but I'm so sick I couldn't remember what it was from.
Mine, boys! Mine every mountain.
Do I need to know who that Radcliffe guy is?
Dig till you
Good.
drop.
It's a good
What?
first day though.
Grab
It's
a
good for the
pig, boys. Dig boys, Marvin and Shovel, Marvel those lovely pebbles that sparkle and shine. And sorry.
You actually kind of sound like an Arcadum.
gold.
He's mine.
Mine. I love that song. I love that song.
I actually do think I sound like him a little bit, which makes
You
it great.
do.
I always root for the Disney villains. They're always the
Mine,
best.
boys, mine every mountain and dig, boys, dig till you drop.
Freaking Ratcliffe was just a good old capitalist. Scar was doing his best, right? Gaston was clearly the good guy, the hero.
Look, I'll tell you,
Very
Gaston.
red pill.
Real talk. Gaston is given a shit card in that whole movie. He is not the
100%.
villain. The Enchantress is the villain. She's the one who turned him
right.
into a monster. All right? Gaston has a reasonable reaction to a fucking monster in 15th century France.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's a D&D character.
He's
going off
the
to fight
hero.
monsters.
He's the fucking hero.
He was.
Oh, but he was mean to Belle and demanded
Well,
that
his
she
charisma
marry him.
was-
Sexist, I would say. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's in 15th century France.
That's
She's
right.
the weird one. She's reading. That's witchcraft.
Look,
That is
man.
witchcraft.
I am
Damn.
into anything fairy fucking related, so I am hearing some major downers right now.
Anyway,
No.
what? All right,
I know what she's talking
let's
about.
let's do the next 2 days. Everybody, make me another round of investigation checks, where I start
We're
popping
moving.
off on fucking Disney stuff.
Right.
Ooh, Gaston's a bad
Ooh,
guy.
dang.
Why? Because he was gonna kill a monster?
He's
His
not. They
influence.
literally spent the movie explaining why he should die,
Yeah.
just so we wouldn't feel
It's
bad
called
because he dies.
Stockholm Syndrome, guys.
Uh-huh.
What movie is this?
Not
Hell,
according to
wasn't
all my
Beauty and
trash
the Beast.
romances.
Bale was a
Beauty
prisoner.
and the
Man.
Beast reigns.
Ah,
A
okay.
classic.
Which means he's
I
got
think
a
I
beastly
heard that
dog.
name before.
And furthermore, 7 wives for 7 brothers is a terrible.
Why are we here again?
Please.
Please.
The voices. Stop.
I always knew there was something wrong with that movie, but having everybody else watch it with me really brought it out.
Real, dude.
You guys should have showed me that movie.
Oh
Well,
man.
look, we only had so much time. You come back, I'll show you more movies. Okay.
Okay,
forgot
when
about
I
that
earn
scene.
the money.
Okay. Well then.
57 movies, and we barely scratched the surface
Ju-
of how many movies
ju-
Reigns hasn't seen.
Next time I'll come to visit you, and I'll bring my movie.
Hey, I
Yeah,
have
we'll
a
sit on
couch.
we'll sit on your L-shaped couch in the
Yo,
corner.
if we're going to Germany, I'm going. I'm in. I'm in.
Hey,
All right.
if any of you guys come over, I will make space.
I'll sit on the fridge in its own room.
I will visit you, but I will not sleep on a chair, Reigns. I will Airbnb
I have a
something down the
mattress.
street.
I'm also very fat, so you might not have room for me.
I am old. I can't sleep in a chair.
I have a mattress.
Okay.
It would lay on the floor, but I have
Does
a
it,
mattress.
does it support a 6 foot tall person? I'm also very tall.
Probably.
Okay, I accept.
I
it's-
don't like his confidence level, to be honest.
Probably.
Probably.
I would.
All right,
say
you
that's
find
6
you
foot.
find this 42 scrap metal, deck part theta ×2, iron circuit, node trunk, and node branch.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh la la.
Are we gonna build a
Class A,
car?
class A.
Are we gonna make a
Hot.
car?
For a quick second, I thought it said no trunk and no branch, and I was like, why did you list out what we didn't get?
All right, here we go.
Last day.
Last
Let's
day,
go.
investigation checks. Skibbity bop 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 ba da bop bop.
Woo!
Whoa!
Hey.
Hey,
He's on the hunt.
That's
Something
pretty
juicy.
good. Hey,
Another
that's pretty
pounder.
good.
I'm just saying, this not tar has a lot of cool stuff in it.
Not Luca just pulls like the coolest thing out of the tar and it's like, huh,
He
that's
finds
weird.
the clown
Tosses it
card.
aside.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
What is this? Rhea pulls out a full car. Huh.
Yes! Let me see that Tootsie
With the
Roll.
super hunger comes
Tootsie Roll.
super strength.
That Tootsie
Just
Roll.
not
God.
the right color. Puts it back in the tar.
He
Damn,
would
look at
do
him.
that actually. He's just
Look
like,
at
I don't
him.
like the color. Puts it back.
Not clowny enough.
Look at that 10.
Yeah, someone rolled all twos.
Yeah.
Man.
That's pretty good rolls, actually.
No matter what,
Got money on my mind, but it never is enough.
All I do is win, win.
No matter what.
I'm excited,
Name's
you
got a
guys.
reference.
Hey, I'm not fully oblivious to
Not fully.
I know many memes, I just don't know the movies associated to
I
them.
know the many memes.
That shocking, overwhelming feeling of Reigns completing a sentence. Whoa!
What? I feel attacked.
Okay, and if you look in your notes, you will
Ooh,
see
what we get?
for the third day you get 73 scrap metal.
Yo!
A verdant
Ah.
elemental coil, a vault elemental coil, a
Oh.
crown circuit, deck part Charlie times 4, a major encryption key, and a celestial
Ooh.
board.
So
Celestial board.
Those sound important.
the crown circuit, I actually, as it like popped into the notes channel, I read it as clown circuit, and I got very excited.
Clown circus.
Man, that would have been sick.
This is a lot of good shit. I can't wait to do weight math for the next week.
162 scrap metal.
We won't
That's
have to
good.
worry about too much of that math if you build a clown car to put it all in.
Oh
I
my
mean-
god.
Ayaza can carry a good bit of weight.
So could Aeon.
Perfect.
So can I.
So can I. Flexes.
Sierra could be convinced to store some in her own personal house in hell.
This is a lot of good shit. Good job, everybody.
Oh yeah. We're digging.
Fuck.
Can we play a very short guessing game, Arcadum?
Okay.
Oh god.
2 guesses on why Sierra wanted 3 days explicitly. I feel like you're gonna get it right on the money.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. Yes.
So all of your abilities will be on off cooldown?
No.
Because 3 is a triangle and it's the strongest shape in nature.
Boo! No!
I like
She's gonna learn Taladon's power word spell.
See, I get a third guess. Is it learn a power word spell?
Oh my god, he got it! Inspiration!
Oh,
Hey,
inspiration, Arcadum.
inspiration for me!
Like, do we want to give the
Yay!
DM inspiration?
Yeah, I'll use it
I don't know
on
if we
you.
wanna-
I'll reroll your crits. Yay, die!
Yeah. It's only fair. Incredible.
Oh, what
Very
is
good.
this? Oh, your absolute crit? Well, too bad I have Omega Inspiration.
Okay, good job, guys.
Yikes.
Yay!
Go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just apply a long rest at this point. There we go.
If we're
Well,
all gonna.
That was a great session. Well done. We got lots done. Let me
clap.
look over to the fan
Uh,
art. Do we have any faned art?
Quick question: is this the one spell slot replenish situation? Because one of the
It's been
things
3
are-
days though. You should be okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't too
Yeah,
sure.
you long,
You-
you
you've
long
been trying-
rested, so.
You've been trying to ask questions about the star for like an hour. So Arcadum, can Roxa ask her questions, please?
Well, what's up?
Well, first thing was about I wanted to try to look at the area through the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what would this area look like through him? The
as
ley
you-
line
As
or
you look at it through the mask, you will see that there is a. And how would I describe that? You see what appears to be melted life intermingled and trapped within the tar.
Oh god.
Like screams frozen in time.
Like back at the religious area in Apex.
Similar.
But
yeah.
that was from ash. Yeah.
Mhm, but that's
But it's melted.
a different median. But yes, it's the same basic concept.
Okay. I think it would be right to assume that that's just from the bodies, all of them being put in this tar.
That is what you see.
Okay. And I want to make a check to see if I could try to make some semblance of what this tar is. I believe that's a medicine, or what? You tell me what type of check that would be.
It would be Arcana or Medicine, your choice.
Okay. Since I did overhear them say medical, I'll look at medicine first. Oh Lord, he's too busy looking around at everything else.
It's something.
It's something. He's
Them's
still
a
waking
lot of-
up. He's not too sure.
There's a lot of souls in there.
Huh?
Oh
I'd
well.
love to extract them. Oh well. All right. Well, I can't surmise.
Activates
much
credits.
out of that, I think.
Slam.
Is the ley line still weak here?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Cool. Good session, guys.
Oh, whoops.
GG's.
GG.
GG's.
Jeed.
Very good.
Well, I think it's food time.
Gutes
for me.
Spiel.
Food time?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Munchies?
Gute Schwer. Gute Schwer. Let's get.
Oh, yeah.
I'm raised.
I need to
blah, blah,
restore
blah, blah,
melee.
German, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Bye, chat. Bye-bye.
Bye.
As a reminder, Dark Sermon is not playing today.
Oh.
I will see you guys at Gallows in Gold.
Yes.
Or maybe they might leave town.